Hi guys, it's Jelly from Feeling Jelly Arts here, and this time around we are heading to Shumicon Shoppu, so let's go! As you can probably hear from my voice, I have been a bit sick this past week. I did get some kind of a conflu, I think, from Kuopio Pelaa, but I am almost all well again, just the voice is a bit raspy. And we still have one more week before Shumicon Shoppu, so I should be just fine and dandy by the event. Shumicon Shoppu is the Christmas market edition of Shumicon. They only have like the artist alley with some vendors and some artisans, but there is no actual convention going on, so just the sales part of the usual event. This is the second year for Shumicon Shoppu, and I know that last year they were super busy and I'm super excited for the show. This time around they are placed in a much more central location and I guess a much bigger location, so I think a lot of attendees and a lot of customers will fit in the building. They are utilizing the Helsinki Music House, I think it's translated, Musiikkitalo, and it's smack dab in the middle of Helsinki city center, so I think it's gonna be a great venue. I have seen some pictures and it looks super pretty, and yeah, I'm really excited for the event. I'm waiting for a great turnaround, and Shumicon is actually anime and Japan themed, so it should be right up my alley. I have kind of not even unpacked my suitcases from Kuopio Pelaa since I did get sick, and also just the fact that I will be bringing a lot of the stuff anyway to Shumicon. I have only like taken out the essentials to keep my online shop open, but other than that, much of it is still in the suitcases. So maybe I save some time on packing, I don't know. I am kind of planning to change the setup from Kuopio Pelaa, even though the table is the exact same size. I kind of want to try and get a bit more stuff on the table this time around, so I'm changing it up a bit. That means my backstock will be placed a bit differently also, but I just have to see. I will be making a test setup this weekend for the display. I am still also waiting for one more package of restock from my manufacturer. It just left them 2 days ago, actually, yeah, on Wednesday. Now it's Friday, so I'm still waiting and hoping that it arrives on time. Usually it takes quite a long time to reach me here in the countryside, but fingers crossed that it will make it in time. So still before Shoppu we have to redo the display setup, and I am going to also be packing the stuff a bit differently this time around to maximize my setup time, and then hoping to get that package and checking out the new stock that I get, and that's about it, so let's get to it. Okay, so I am finished with the test. As you can see, I hung up all of the prints here just so that I can attach them beforehand. I'm planning on putting some tape on the backside so that the magnets stay in place. I also decided to switch the design of the fortress to have this kind of a shelf here. I plan on putting some stuff like my sticker books up here, and for the other side, this is how I'm planning to do my tote bags. I think I will also try to keep the tote bags readily attached here so that I will be as fast as possible on the day of the setup. The reason I have to think about stuff like this is that this is a one-day event, and often with one-day events you only get to do the setup on the morning of the show, and that is also true for this event. And I will only have 1.5 hours of setup time, and that is why I really want to finish in time. And yeah, so I'm trying to basically make my setup as effortless as possible for the morning of the show. I'm already sweating from just setting up this fortress. It took me 29 minutes to get this far, and yeah, I just have to be much more efficient on the day of the show so that I can finish everything in time. Of course, after this point there would be some decorating, some of course bringing out the merch here. I'm not gonna do it today. I'm satisfied with how far it is now, and even on the day of the event I will be leaving out my usual cherry blossom decorations because yeah, of efficiency. I'm also trying to maximize the space I have in my suitcase just to bring out as much merch as I can. I am again going by public transport, so trying to save space in the luggage. Next I am taking it all apart and attaching of course the prints a bit better, and then taking it all apart and then putting it in the suitcases. I'm not finishing the rest of the packing today, but I will be packing at least this one suitcase that I have out here. But I'm still waiting for some of the new merch to arrive next week, so I will be finishing the packing when those arrive. And of course he is eagerly helping me with all of the setting up. Always taking part. Guess what just arrived? Today is Wednesday. We have only 2 more days until Shumicon Shoppu, so this came in at just the right time. Finally I can finish my packing after opening this box, and I just got back from work and soon I have to head out for my martial arts practice, but let's open this quickly. These are the ones that I've been most anticipating, but oh my god, I only ordered 10 and there's 5, 11, 14, so I've gotten like 30 of these. So I guess I hope you guys like Naruto. It's a Kachiakuta one, so fingers crossed I'm not ending up with 30 of these myself. I also got some button pins. What else? Here's some bags of charms. What is this? Oh yeah, I hope you can hear me despite the ruffling. Okay, some more charms in here. Even more charms. And one last charm bag. Okay. Here are some magnets. And stickers, some new designs, got check with the ones, and some restocks of the old ones. And finally restocking some plushies. Yep, that's it. Now I have to head out to my practice. Let's see a bit deeper into the box when I return. Or maybe not, since I have to actually finish up packing. Yeah, see you or not. And just one more thing quickly. These turned out super awesome. This is how they will work. Oh my god, I am in love. And literally 5 minutes later, there is already a destroyer eating at the box. You know you're not supposed to eat cardboard. It's now 9:30 and I'm finally finished with the suitcases. Oh my god, what a job it was. Yes, finally day 0, and as you could see, I have again tons of luggage and I am super worried about making this trip all alone this time around. And even though I have only short distances to walk, I think it's gonna be a struggle once again. I'm almost ready to jump into the train, and today is only travel day and tomorrow is set up, so I don't know why I'm this nervous. I don't know if it's doing it all alone tomorrow or just this kind of stress about catching the train on time and getting in the train as well with all of the stuff. I am somehow more nervous than I usually am. I also just got home from work, so it's kind of this pressure of making it in time, I guess. Next, I'm planning on packing some snacks for the long train ride, and then I am off to Helsinki. Once again, one of my nightmares happened. I am now at the train station and there is absolutely no parking spots left, and I'm forced to park a bit too close to the taxi station. It is kind of a spot that doesn't exist, but I have parked here before and it was safe, so I'm fingers crossed safe again. Okay, I just arrived in my hotel room and the weather here in Helsinki is super crappy. It is raining outside, so I am super happy that I got the nearest possible hotel. Also, dragging all that luggage was hard, even though I only had to walk like 50 meters or maybe 100 meters from the train. But yeah, now I'm at the room and I think since I am really close to the venue, I will walk and check it out, see where I can enter tomorrow morning to save any time in the morning. And I think the room I have is pretty nice. I have stayed in this hotel before, but I don't remember it being this fabulous. Let me show you guys around. Let's start with the bathroom. I actually have a bath. Maybe I remember having a bath before as well, but yeah, it's looking quite fancy. And the rest of the room is also really nice, and I even have some nice views. This is the Helsinki new library, and the music house is supposed to be over there, so I will go and check it out. Yeah, now I have the rest of the night just for myself. So I'm gonna head out to the store and pick up something to eat, and then just chill, trying to calm my nerves before the day tomorrow. At least I think catching the train on time made me feel a bit better. I feel much less nervous now. I have arrived in Helsinki, and now I just have tomorrow ahead of me. So this here behind me is the music house, the venue for tomorrow, and it's quite nice. Helsinki in the dark is quite nice actually. Good morning. It is now the day of the event. I don't think it's even appropriate to say day one, since there is only one day. The day of the event is here, and I am up a bit earlier than I was supposed to get up, but at least I'm ready on time. I think I will soon start heading out to the venue, just so that I can take my time with all of the luggage, even though it is super close by. And I am still kind of nervous about the setup, but I think I will be fine. So yeah, let's just start heading out to the venue. This is the fit of the day. As you can see, I am fully currently in my Kachiakuta era, so Kachiakuta all the way. Okay, so I found my spot, and I am a bit nervous about this fact that there's no one behind me here, but I might feel a bit exposed, but I guess I will just have to do with it. Maybe I will angle my table a bit backwards so that I can cover a bit of the end of the space, but let's see how it works. Luckily these tables have wheels on them, so I think even if I build my structure, I can still do some changes. I guess I'm almost the first one here, but yeah, now let's set up. I'm actually so happy that this system worked and the prints stuck on, and it only took me 30 minutes to set up this far, and now I'm just decorating, so let's skip to that. And it's finished. As you can see, we switched my placement. Now I am at the end of the 2 rows. I was supposed to be here, but I am now in center so that no one enters the space of the artists. I think this is much better this way. I still have about 20 minutes to spare, so I think I planned correctly and I was finished well on time. Somehow the table looks kind of plain without the usual decorations, but there's so much to see, so many products despite not having any decorations that I think it's gonna be just fine. Now I think I will be having kind of a second breakfast before we start and running to the toilet so that I can stay put behind my table the entire 6 hours of sales time. Everyone is still being busy prepping the shops. Just having a last minute snack. In 5 minutes we open. Okay, we are now open and it seems like there aren't too many people walking around just yet. Some people, but not too many yet. I kind of guess since I am the last table here, it will take some time for people to get all the way to me. Okay, so we are now about done with the first hour of the show and it has been kind of slow, but it has picked up in the last 15 minutes or so, so I think it's going to be a good show. I can feel the crowd slowly moving forwards from the front of the room, so people seem to be coming in bursts, so there can be a totally silent moment and then suddenly there's a crowd in front of the table. It's kind of weird. It is now 12 and we have covered all of the costs, so whatever we're making from here is all a positive. So there have already been some catch up with the fans, liking the standee and getting some charms. No standee sales yet. It is almost 1 now and it got a bit more quiet. And I got myself this little Rudo print. We traded with Yomitsu. This is their first time at an artist alley and I just have to say they are so talented. I have been eyeing this print for quite a while now and since they made the sketch of it, and I'm so happy to be getting it right now. It is now 2:30 and it has been a lot slower than I expected. It must be because there are actually 3 similar events quite close to Helsinki. 2 of them here in Helsinki and 1 of them in Tallinn, which is a short boat ride away. The one in Tallinn is actually J-Tune anime convention, and here are the fun design market and this Shumicon Shoppu, and I think that is dividing people up this weekend. I just now had a little scare. I thought that I had given someone 50 euros back instead of a 10 euro, but I guess after tallying everything, I just thought wrong and I have still gotten the right amount of money in the cash box, so at least I didn't make that kind of a silly mistake. I have already run out of my snacks, so I guess I will go hungry until I get to breakdown. I also got gifted these super cute stickers by Yomitsu, the same artist as the Rudo print. So cute. Thank you so much. In just a moment we are closing down and my neighbors are already packing up, but I decided that since today I'm not in a rush, I will take my time and start packing only after the closing time. Okay, I guess my mic stopped working right at the end of the show. Now let's pack. Okay, so I had evacuated my spot. They started preparations for the next event already, so I had to leave in a hurry.
took me about 40 minutes to pack up everything, and sad to say the bags are not too much lighter than when coming, but at least I spared one tote bag, so now I just have the luggage, the backpack and the big bag. So now heading to find out something to eat and then to the train home.
Today is Tuesday. It has been a few days since Shumicon Shoppu, and to be honest, I have already started thinking about Kotae Expo, and we even just received snow, so before I forget everything about Shoppu, let's talk about it. So in general, I think I really enjoyed Shoppu as an event. Especially the space, it was quite luxurious and quite fancy for a convention, and I really liked that there was enough oxygen for the whole day. Of course, it helped that there wasn't that kind of an attendee rush that was maybe originally planned, but yeah, I just really enjoyed it. It was light and spacious, and yeah, just super nice space. The other thing that I really enjoyed in this event was the fact that I had tons of time to chat with old and new friends and acquaintances, and just the fact that I did not feel rushed, and everyone was in a good mood, as I guess usually everyone is in a good mood in conventions. Not always, but usually they are, yeah. But just the fact that it was just kind of this really friendly atmosphere. I think having multiple similar events going on at the same time really ate into everyone's profits this year. A lot of people said that last year had been better for them. Some people said that this year had been good for them. My placement at the very end of the whole artist alley or artist row definitely did not help my sales, my profits. People had been already shopping at the front of the event, and yeah, even though people made multiple laps, and that of course helped my sales, I guess the placement could have been better also. My total sales came all the way up to 800 euros. It could be better, but it is not the worst. I kind of wished at the end of the day that I had a bit lighter bags to go home with, but it is what it is. Luckily, my costs were also quite low. I had the accommodation, the train rides, and the table to pay for. And after also reducing the taxes, my take home was about 400 euros, which for a single day of sales is quite decent. Personally, I think that a lot of people were saving up in this event and trying not to spend all of their money. I know that Kotae Expo is coming up, and I feel like a lot of people were thinking about that event already, and also maybe some people were doing Christmas shopping, but I also feel like they were making like a wish list more like than doing any shopping. Right now, I am a bit unsure if I will ever apply again to Shumicon Shoppu. I think I will keep an eye on it and hope, fingers crossed, that it doesn't end up on the same weekend as other events in the future. And if it doesn't, I think I want to give it another chance, since it was a quite enjoyable event. If you like this video, please subscribe, leave a like, comment, or check out my other socials. I will leave the links below. So next up for me as well is Kotae Expo, and I have already started packing for that event. I am actually not emptying my suitcases completely and instead taking only some parts out and putting them back in right after finishing the changes that I want to make on them. So next up, Kotae Expo. See you there. Bye.